Lions were up here. Now, was Rebekah 3 years old when she married to Isaac? This is what Muslim claim. Now let's see if she was actually 3 years old. Because right now I'm doing a debate with a Muslim, and this person's coming to me. It's in Genesis chapter 25, verse 20. If Rebekah was born when Sarah died at 127, Isaac was 37. He married Rebekah when he was 40, making her 3 or younger. She was under 9. That's for sure. Woe to the hypocrite, Jesus said right, laugh out loud. Let's see if you're laughing out loud, because this person are thinking that by the time the news came to Isaac when he was 37, Rebekah was just born. So 3 years later, when the mom died, Sarah, so that's 3 years making her 3. But let's see if that claim is correct. But first, let's do with this. See, Muslims love to make this claim. Why? To justify their prophet marrying a 6 years old. Here we go. It's in their books. This is Sahih al-Bukhari 5134. See the word Sahih? It means authentic or genuine. So this is coming from an authentic book. It's narrated by Aisha, and that is the wife of the prophet. That the prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated. What's the word consummated? His marriage when she was 9 years old. Hisham said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with the prophet for 9 years until his death. So let's look at the word consummate. Here it is. Consummate means make a marriage or relationship complete by having sexual intercourse. So he married her at 6 and consummated her by how? Having sexual intercourse at 9. Here it is, Sahih al-Bukhari 5130, narrated by Aisha again. I used to play with dolls in the presence of the prophets, and my girlfriends also used to play with me. She used to play with dolls at the age of 6 by the time the prophet came onto her. So that's why the Muslims love to duct tape it and say, well, look at Rebekah. She married Isaac when she was 3 years old, to justify their prophet marrying a 6 years old and having sex or consummated their marriage at the age of 9. Now they're saying that if Rebekah was 3 years old. Now here's a general idea, but the consensus is that God called out Abraham out of the land of Ur of the Chaldeans, and God said, I'm going to make you a nation. I'm going to make you a great nation out of you, and I will give you a son. So Abraham got a son, he called Ishmael, from Hagar, but God said, no, not from there. I'm going to give you from Sarah. So it took actually 20 years until he finally got Isaac. So now here at this point, Isaac is about 37 years old. This is when Abraham was tested by God to offer up your son upon this mountain. And this is after the fact. It's finished. He passed the test. He would offer up his son. The angel of the Lord stopped and said, don't do that. So anyway, after that test, here somebody came and gave Abraham the news. So now you do the math. So it took 20 years until his son was born. And then now Isaac is about 37, so it's about 57 plus years went by, and he haven't heard from his family. So here the news telling him about what's going on with his family that he haven't seen for over 57 plus years. So now it came to pass after this thing that it was told Abraham, saying, indeed Milcah also was born children in your brother Nahor. Huz his firstborn, Buz his brother, Chemosh the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jephlath, and Bethuel begot Rebekah. There we go. See that, Rebekah? That's the girl right there that Isaac was supposed to marry, or going to marry. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, and you got the rest who's going to concubine, whose name is Ruma, also Taba, Gama, Tebash, and Makkah. So now, they say here, by the time the news came unto Isaac when he was 37, they think that Rebekah was just born on that year. It doesn't say that she was just born. This is a general idea of the news of his family, what's going on. So if she was born on that year, that means all of these people were born on that year too then. Look, a lot of people. That's baby boomer right there. So that's not when she was just born. It was a general idea of the general news coming to Abraham. Okay, so now Abraham grabbed his servant and said, you know what, go down to my people and go get a wife for my son. I don't want my son to marry people from here. Go back to my people. So he sent his servant down. So his servant go down to his family, to Abraham's family. So here the servant is at the well. He's prays to God, uh, please show me a girl that you have for my master. And after he's praying, and here it is. And it happened before he had finished speaking that, behold, Rebekah, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, going all the way down, right there. Look at this. Now the what? Young woman, not 3 years old. Okay, was very beautiful to behold, virgin. No man had known her. What is known her? As to have sex with her. You won't say that about a 3 years old. And she went down the well, filled her pitcher at 3 years old. This is a 3 years old going to a well by herself. She's filling a pitcher. And came up, and the servant ran to meet her and said, please let me drink a little water. So I'll give you the whole idea. So now she gives water to 10 of his camels. 10 camels, she did it by herself. One camel drinks 30 gallons of water. So you have 10 camels, that's 300 gallons of water. She filled it up by herself. A 3 years old. Is a 3 years old able to do that? You know, it's crazy. I asked a Muslim that, oh yeah, 3 years old. You don't know what they can do nowadays. Oh yeah. They do anything to justify their prophet Muhammad for marrying a 6 years old. But she filled up water for the camel, 300 gallons of water, and she also gave to the servants. So now the woman, now here comes the servant. He tells the woman what's all going on. He said, you know, I was sent by my master. I got to find a wife for my master's son. And she was surprised after they find out that was the master, that was Abraham's family. So she takes him to the house, meets the family, and the servant tells the family the whole story. They're blown away. Now let's look at their conversation. So now here's the servant. He tells the family the whole story. And then now he has to go. So he tells them, okay, he said to them, do not hinder me, since the Lord have prospered my way. Send me away so that I may go to my master. So they said to him, we will call the young what? Woman. Not I'll call a child. And ask her personally. Who asked a 3 years old? A little child, put down your toys. You're going to go bye-bye. No, you have to ask that girl or a woman. Then they called Rebekah and said to her, will you go with this man? Here we go. So they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and her nurses, Abraham's servants, and here they go. They packed up, they loaded on a camel. She climbed the camel herself. A 3 years old cannot climb a camel. So now the servant is Rebekah, and now they head back to Abraham's place. So here they are. Now Isaac came from the way of Beer Lahai, for they dwelt in the south, and Isaac went out to meditate in the field of the evening. So he lifted up his eyes and looked, and there the camels were coming. Then Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted her camel. See that? She dismounted. It wasn't carried off. Come here, little. Come here, 3 years old. Come here. She dismounted from her camel, for she had said to her servant, who is this man walking in the field to meet us? So the servant said, it is my master's. So what? So she took off her veil and covered herself. And what's this? And the servant told Isaac all the things that he had done, that Isaac brought into his mother's Sarah's tent, and he took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her, so Isaac was comforted after the mother's death. So the Bible calls her woman. So that time the news came unto Abraham, it was a general idea, a general news, what's going on with the family that he haven't seen for over 57 years plus. So this was going to happen. This happened while you was gone, Abraham. This person was born. This person was born. This person was born. Oh, by the way, Rebekah was born, and this person was born. This person was born. They all weren't born on that year. It was a general news or consensus what happened to all those years that he was gone. So no, there's no proof that Rebekah was 3 years old. And they love to use the Tanakh. I said, go ahead, use the Tanakh. Do you believe in the Tanakh? Because the Tanakh says that they crucified or they killed Jesus for blasphemy. And the Muslims do not believe that Jesus was killed. So go ahead, use the Tanakh. I'll use that against you. So no, Rebekah was not 3. So don't dictate your prophet for marrying a 6 years old. I'm the Lions well.